5 seconds. Start. Brain drain may be defined as emigration, especially from developing and underdeveloped countries to developed ones by intellectuals, experts, highly qualified professionals like scientists, engineers, doctors, economists, and other technically trained persons. It means depletion of intellectual, professional, and technical resources of one country and enrichment of another. Almost all the developing and underdeveloped nations have been suffering from this problem since long. India is no exception. The problem is really very serious and must be addressed immediately. Thousands of Indian scientists, doctors, engineers, and other highly qualified and trained persons have been immigrating to the advanced and developing countries of Europe and America. This exodus of our young, promising, and bright professionals and scientists to developed countries of the West in search of greener pastures and better career opportunities is a matter of great concern. The departure of these highly talented and trained people, forming the intellectual backbone of the nation, has a detrimental effect on the economic, technical, scientific, and mental health of the country. This huge outflow of our scientific, technical, and managerial manpower is common and widespread in all the fields and professions like medicine, engineering, education, technology, computer science, business management, and human resource development. A big percentage of our national income is being spent on the education and training of these young men and women, and when they are in a position to serve the country as highly skilled professionals and scientists, they migrate to rich and developed lands. This results in a great national waste in terms of money and manpower. It is nothing short of a national tragedy that these personnel, trained and educated at the expense of the Indian taxpayers, should leave the country at the very first opportunity. Moreover, the students who go abroad for higher education and research seldom come back. They leave their motherland and country of origin in the lurch and settle down in the West, enjoying a luxurious life. India has spent a great amount of her income and wealth in creating scientific, technological, and educational infrastructure, but there are no commensurate returns because of this brain drain and outflow of talent. It also reflects our moral degradation and utter selfishness. It has a touch of treacherousness that many of our young men and women turn their backs on their beloved motherland because of the lure of money, comfort, and better career opportunities, but they cannot be held solely responsible for this sorry state of affairs. No doubt, India has been spending millions of rupees every year on their training and education, but the matter does not end there. they must also be given opportunities for the best possible utilization of their talents, skills, manpower, and mental abilities. The reasons for this massive exodus of our national talent are quite obvious. This one way traffic is the result of a deep rooted malaise comprising of lack of proper employment opportunities, research facilities, job satisfaction, and recognition of merit and excellence. Many of our great scientists emigrated to the West just because we failed to recognize their genius and did not provide them with proper research facilities. The prevailing unemployment and underemployment are the other reasons for this brain drain. There are many young and talented scientists, doctors, engineers, and technologists in our country who suffer from the lack of proper employment opportunities. Their patriotism is beyond any shadow of doubt, but it will grow weak and wither away soon for want of nourishment and proper employment opportunities. No talent, however patriotic, can exist and prosper in frustration and unemployment. Many of our best boys and girls go abroad for higher studies and research. After the completion of their research and studies, they prefer to settle down there because they know that their capacities and capabilities would remain underutilized here and that they will not be provided jobs befitting their talents and training. If a few of them return inspired by patriotism, national feeling, and a high sense of duty towards India, they ultimately face frustration and unemployment, resulting in great disillusionment and dissatisfaction. After enjoying the comforts, proper research facilities, and affluence abroad, these young men and women are bound to suffer from frustration because of meager salaries, inadequate research facilities, and poor working conditions in India. To attract our talented men and women back to India, it is essential that we create proper job opportunities, decent working conditions, and top positions. It is almost impossible to stop this brain drain unless we considerably improve our living standards, salaries, and other such facilities. In the United States, Canada, Britain, or Germany, students can earn their living easily while learning. Besides, they are given sufficient support to continue their studies smoothly. But in India, all these are lacking. The problem of brain drain is really very serious and multidimensional. It cannot be solved with half hearted measures and efforts. It has to be checked on two fronts. We should stop the outflow of our scientists, technicians, doctors, etc. by creating attractive, satisfying, and meaningful job opportunities in the country. We should also create such conditions as may facilitate the return of those who have settled abroad. It is high time that we take concrete and immediate steps to check this brain drain because India is one of the worst hit countries by this intellectual exodus. India is bound to become a major world and industrial power sooner rather than later. Stop.